Something slipped through the cracks, at least in my research throughout the year 2016. And that was this incredibly scary Gotthard Tunnel Opening Ceremony. I don't know how in the world I missed this.
So I didn't miss it. In fact, I remember I was way into my research with Mandela effect and a little bit of flat Earth during this time. It was last summer, I believe, and of 16. And I remember reading some comments about this tunnel opening, this CERN tunnel open. It was during my CERN research, right?
Now, CERN had something to do with this opening?
I don't know. I just know that there were people claiming in my research on CERN, I stumbled upon all this tunnel opening stuff. And I was reading a bunch of comments about how satanic it was and hidden in plain sight.
Was this the same time that they got that supposed internet leaked video of them doing the human sacrifice?
Yes.
At CERN. So this happened around June, July.
It was right. It was all kind of right in the same period.
Okay.
And I remember, I read the comments before I actually saw the video, and I just thought, come on, guys, how bad can it be? Because
God.
I've seen the comments before based on a Katy Perry performance or Lady Gaga at the Grammys, and I'll see it and I'll go, yeah, okay, it's pretty messed up, but they're just maybe pulling our chains, right? But I went and watched the whole thing, and I just have no explanation for it. I don't think I can't play devil's advocate and defend this thing.
Yeah, this is from what we saw, this was just under 1 hour, and it was tough to even get through. Even trying to skim through it because we thought we were going to miss. This is one of those videos you have to watch over and over again. Not like a movie to see the Easter egg scenes. This is like the Easter egg satanic symbolism. And you know what's funny is you mentioned Katy Perry and Lady Gaga,
right? And
you're saying, well, maybe they're just expressing themselves. This is not far off from what they do.
No, it's not.
In their performances, and that makes me do the exact 180 of what you just said, that they are the ones that connected more
with this.
Exactly.
No, and I'm by no means am I defending their performances.
We've just been so desensitized to think it's just theater or an interpretive dance and all that stuff.
And I guess I'm also desensitized in the way that there's so many accusations against everything, from album covers to dances, and we're like, oh, look, they're supposed to be, this represents this and this represents that. Yeah, and some of it I can't really defend, and some of it you can. It could go either way. This, however, this tunnel opening ceremony has got to be the most just
blatant
satanic crap I've ever seen.
I'm going to and it all really, it kind of like the centerpiece for this whole thing, and it's a lot of different pieces going around, but the centerpiece is the goat man.
Yes.
What do you think about being a Christian? The goat represents Satan.
Right.
Usually the goat represents something demonic or satanic, or it's there, the horns, I
remember seeing as a kid the images on albums and that sort of thing of the the pentagram, the upside down star, right, with the goat head on there, the goat and the horns,
like Slayer's
albums.
Ozzy
right?
had a bunch of there's the list. Black Sabbath. I mean, they pretty much all did it. And if you think about it, back in the 80s,
correct,
we were looking at that metal and. I haven't even listened to it. I can't imagine what the words
said.
Yeah, now that we know from the other side what we were just listening to music back then. We had no idea.
Correct. And I knew enough to know that they're that's the satanic symbol. And to me, honestly, unless I see a little cute little billy goat at the zoo, when you put the goat head on things, I'm like, whoa, that's some evil crap.
When you see that billy goat after watching this video, what are you going to think?
I don't know, man. After this video, dude, this I've never seen so many goats in a 30-minute video in my life. This is crazy.
Well, I'm going to give you just bullet points here.
All right.
So let me see if I get this straight. The central figure in this production was a goat man that bore a striking resemblance, and I always botch this pronunciation, Baphomet, or Baphomet. I think this was a figure he's the human embodiment of Satan.
Right.
And I think that was first drawn in something like 1456. That's in the occult world. He's considered to be a symbol of Satan or the human embodiment of Satan. During the ceremony, the goat man dies.
Oh.
During the ceremony, the goat man recovers from his fatal wound. Now, this reminds me that they are almost mocking the resurrection of Jesus Christ, too. if you think about it.
Correct.
What's that? It's all mockery.
Yo, definitely.
So going on, during the ceremony, the goat man is worshipped by everyone else. And during the ceremony, this is the big climax, the goat man is crowned as the ruler of the world.
Oh, lovely. My question for all of your bullet points is, what the hell does goats and crowning a goat, and what does it have to do with a tunnel?
What does that have to do with the tunnel? But more importantly, the symbolism really makes me think of the Antichrist.
Yeah. Oh,
and what does the Antichrist have to do with a tunnel?
Right. What does any of it have to do with a
tunnel? There were some important people here. There was dignitaries and elites. There was people here, and they were looking like they were on their way to like Dracula's castle.
Right. Leading
You're
up,
looking at all the images, aren't you?
I'm looking at the images here, and it's just so disturbing. Like, the only thing at all related to tunnel is in the beginning when they show the workers and that sort of thing. And I can understand certain performances. There's two sides of certain things, right? It's like one person sees this, but in actuality, it's this. But look, I'm dying for anybody to give me an explanation as to what all this crap means if it doesn't mean devil worship.
I'm going to
stuff.
disagree with you. I think it's all placed there for a reason, because seeing this video reminds me award shows, television shows, Super Bowl performances. It's more and more looking like what I just saw here.
Yeah.
Now that it's kind of opened my eyes to see that, like music videos, see, they place it, they give you, I think what happened here was somebody just went into complete overload. It's almost like
somebody,
you can eat some sodium in your diet, but you can't eat 20,000 milligrams. This was 20,000 milligrams of sodium.
Correct. Whoever choreographed and designed this entire thing, basically they threw subtle and suggestive and symbol. They threw it out the window. This is just straight up in your face.
This was dedicating a tunnel to Satan. That's all.
Correct. It's like, I remember watching a video where somebody was criticizing a Madonna performance at some point, and they were like, look, notice the red in the background. It's red. That's the color of evil. And look at the columns. The columns represent this. But I'm like, well, okay, it could just be that they liked red. It could just be columns, right? But maybe it is. Maybe it is suggestive of something bigger and darker. But this, I'm sorry, I can't defend this, and I'd love to hear anyone try.